Hello, everyone. Um, it's me, Intercept. I'm back with another video, and guys, today I'm gonna be telling you guys some Apex Legends, the tier list, just in case you guys are just in case you guys are looking for some guns to look out for and to look. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Okay, guys. So let's start off with the D list. For the deer list, let's do the L star. Okay, let all be honest. The L star can get you out of situations when you're in the beginning of a fight. When you first land, the L star might be one of the only guns you would find when you pick it up. But if you're using it for end game, I would say the L star kinda sucks. It's not good at far range. It's not good at close range. It's just when the bullet comes out, it's really big, so it's hard to see. So yeah, let's get into the next weapon. For the next weapon, let's do the charge rifle. The charge rifle it's an okay gun. The charge rifle is more of it's when you want to distract someone. But if you're willing to do damage with the L-Star, I don't think it's the right gun. But let's all admit, in Season 3, when the L-Star first came out, not the L-Star, the charge rifle, when it first came out, it was one of the best guns used in the whole entire game. Everyone used it. It was such a good gun. But once it became Season 4, when it switched from an energy gun to a sniper, then the L-Star started to slack, and most people started to sleep on it. And it didn't do that much damage. It kind of really sucked. But once it got back to Season 6, once they buffed it, then the L-Star, not the L-Star. Why do I keep saying L-Star? Then the charge rifle became a better gun. But still, let me say why it's still in D tier. The L-Star's bullets, like I said, are more for when you want to shoot, when you want to distract someone, because since how big it is, you would know which direction it's coming from, so there's a better chance of someone spotting you when they look in the direction it came from. But if you're in the middle, if you're on the left and you shoot to the right, they would look at the right and they still won't know where you are, and then you have a chance to switch to another gun and kill them. That's the best thing about the charge rifle, but other than that, the charge rifle sucks. Okay, so the next gun is gonna be the Mozambique. The Mozambique with hammer points, without hammer points, is trash. It's not even a good gun. I know they buffed it. It used to be 3 damage. It went from 3 damage to 4 damage, which isn't really that good of a buff that the Mozambique needed, but it's still better than three shots. But yeah, but with the hammer points, it's an okay gun. It still sucks, so that's why I'm putting it with and without hammer points, a D tier. Okay, so for the next one, guys, speaking of hammer points, for the next one is going to be P2020 without hammer points. The P2020 without hammer points kind of sucks. The whole entire mag itself can't even knock someone's shield. Either they need to buff the mag, the default mag, and maybe it'll be a better gun. But yeah. So let's go into C tier. I believe, yeah, C tier. It's the best C tier gun. It's the Longbow. The Longbow, it's okay. It's an okay gun. It does a pretty big amount of damage. But I'm not gonna compare it to anything else. But I just want to say it's not the best, but it's still pretty good. I'm specifically talking about the L-Star. The L-Star does, I mean not, dude, I can't stop saying L-Star. The Sentinel. The Sentinel does about 70 damage. The Longbow it does, I believe 60 damage. I'm not sure. But it's easier to hit. So, yeah. For the next C tier, it's going to be a Kraber. Okay? I meant to put this as a B tier, but I put it as a C tier anyway, so it's a C tier because with only eight bullets, that kind of just sucks. That means you can only kill. I mean, 8 people is pretty good, but there's a better chance of cracking 8 people, which means if you do the math. Let me get a calculator. Hold up, I don't want to do this in my brain. If you do the math, that would do about. If you hit all of your shots with the Kraber, it will be about 4 people you can kill if you don't miss any shots with the Kraber, which still is pretty hard. Yeah. For the next tier, not the tier, for the next gun is going to be the Sentinel. I know I was talking about that before, and I know it's lower than the Longbow, but that's only because the Longbow back in season 5, when they added back the scope piercer, that's the only thing that kind of made the Sentinel better. I mean the Longbow better than the Sentinel. But with the chargeable Sentinel, the Sentinel, oh my gosh, the Sentinel is like the better Kraber. It does more shots, and yeah. So for the next one, guys, for the last C tier is gonna be the EVA 8 Auto. The EVA Auto is a pretty good gun itself. It's just that once they took out double tap trigger, I feel like the EVA Auto has, I don't want to say useless, but I want to say like not as many people have been picking the EVA up. But that's a different story with G7 Scout. Let's just not talk about G7 Scout. Let's go to B tier. So B tier, there's only 3 guns that can compare. It's the Hemlock, RE45, and Alternator. The Hemlock is always been such a good gun. I would say it's an S tier if they haven't nerfed it. The nerf did a pretty good change. It decreased by 10 damage. Which in my opinion isn't that much. I mean, it is a lot, but it just still, I can't believe they did that. It went from 30 to 20. So but the Hemlock's still pretty good. In my eyes, I would still pick up the Hemlock no matter what. Literally no matter what. So for the RE45, the RE45 is not really such a good gun. The RE45 kind of sucks. It's the way, it's like when the quick draw came out, no, like everyone was like, "Oh wow, a new hop up! I can't believe it." But the RE45 itself has been like not good at all. So I don't know why I took it. I went from a B tier. I think the only reason I put it was a B tier because because it's an SMG. It's like an SMG pistol. Okay, so for the Alternator, it's also an SMG. The only thing I wanted to say about it is that the Alternator just isn't how do I say this? The Alternator. Okay, imagine if you guys were an OG and played since I don't season 0. I'm almost, or you started in season 1 or season 2. You would know that the Alternator had disruptor rounds back in season 2, which I am just amazed because with the disruptor rounds, it's just the Alternator is like almost unstoppable. But yeah, the Alternator is still a B tier itself. So yeah, let's go to the A tier. Oh god, I'm just looking at the S tier, and oh my gosh, the S tier is so much. So for the B tier, we have the G7 Scout, the Spitfire, Flatline, and Longbow. We already said the Longbow, did I? Yeah, I already said Longbow. So let's cross out the Longbow. So for it's only the G7 Scout, Spitfire, and Flatline. The Spitfire was such a good gun. If you guys see in this gameplay, I'm using a Spitfire. I did some heavy damage. The thing that makes the Spitfire a thing is the mag. The default mag is 35, which is still enough to kill someone, but 55 with the purple mag. Oh my god. 55 is, if you guys saw in the trailer of season 8, one had a Spitfire and just killed everyone in one mag of purple mag with a Spitfire. So the Spitfire can at least kill about 3 people. Okay, guys. So for the Flatline, the Flatline it's a pretty good gun. The Flatline, I would make it a B tier. But ever since the hammer point, I'm not the hammer point. Ever since the what's it called? What's it called? I can't remember it's called. Amber Receiver. Yeah, the Amber Receiver. It's been such a good gun, and the G7 Scout is pretty good. It doesn't need any hop up or anything. It's just good itself. But guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out. Goodbye.